Namaste, Masters. I myself, Harshita, on behalf of PSSM Australia, I welcome all the participants of Zoom and viewers of YouTube to this online program, Buddha and the Maitreya Buddha. It's a great pleasure to have you all with us during this special occasion of Buddha Purnima. And I really want to thank you to all the masters who was joining every day and making this a most successful one and gaining a lot of knowledge and wisdom from so many global masters. Before we move forward, I want to extend my sincere gratitude to Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. Today, we are on the 9th day of 11-day meditation journey of Buddha and Maitreya Buddha. Before we start, I would request you all to sit for a 15-minute short meditation. So please sit comfortably with your eyes closed, and anyone wearing glasses, kindly take off your glasses, clasp your hands, fold your legs, gently close your eyes, and just observe your natural breath. Thank you, Masters. One more minute, Masters. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meditation masters, place your palm on your eyes and gently open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you, masters. Welcome back. It's truly an honor to reflect on the teachings of the two incredible grandmasters. One is Buddha, who is a spiritual scientist, who introduced Ana-Pana-Sati meditation to the mankind, and our beloved Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, who we call as Maitreya Buddha, who took meditation practice to millions of people in our era. It's a pleasure to have wonderful speakers who have volunteered to be part of this program. They will be talking about these two grandmasters and will share their wisdoms with all of us. So let's begin with this program with wonderful speaker today, Dr. Gopala Krishna. Namaste, sir. Welcome, sir.
Namaste, madam. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. And it's an honor to have you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. A short introduction on Sir. Dr. Gopala Krishna, famously known as Dr. GK, did medical practice for 10 years in rural India from 1996 to 2007. Wants to be called as a spiritual scientist. We can say a modern spiritual scientist. Achieved remarkably the work of gaining complete health through the holistic understanding of spiritual science and applying these principles in daily life through simple concepts called spiritual tablets. He devised 500 spiritual tablets covering various ailments which are at the physical, mental, and social levels. Through very minimal medications, he has cured a lot of patients who were suffering with the long-term ailments permanently with very, very less medication. His approach has been scientific and systematic. Moreover, Dr. GK runs a non-profitable organization called the Spiritual Tablets Research Foundation that runs spiritual healthcare centers across the globe in 14 countries with 12 ancillary concepts and trust on a non-profit basis. All services are offered for free of cost. So far, he has traveled to most of the South Asian countries like and USA, Europe extensively and delivered his talks. Currently, he is living in Manchester to pursue his second master in fintech and trying to spread this wisdom across Europe as a part-time voluntary service. He's coordinating to develop PMC channels across Europe. One can approach him to understand the true reason for illness. So, masters, today, if you have any questions about why you actually suffer with any kind of illness, I think this is the right day to find from this great master. To know the purpose of life and to volunteer and voluntarily involved in spiritual services in various ways. He is a one-stop solution for people who want to become full-time spiritual beings in family life. You can contact him through spiritualtablets.com. That is the website. And there is an Android app as well with the same name. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Joe, for joining us today. And today, sir, will be talking about SAMMA Jiva, that is righteous livelihood. Thank you, sir. Over to you for the wisdom sharing. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, madam. And first of all, my humble pranams to Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, founder the Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement across the globe, and to PSSM Australia, all the masters who has tirelessly worked for this Buddha Purnima program. I think from PSSM Australia, this is the first program by online, conducting that to 11 days, with 11 masters sharing their wisdom about Lord Buddha and the Buddha Purnima in and around. And Spiritual Society movement is my, I can say, at my core, It is what that gives me a great support, and it is the base, I can say, from which I have started my journey in this lifetime. So around 28 years ago, I met Patriji, and through my classmates, I came to know about meditation. And then for a period of 3 years, I traveled with Patri sir. It's a great honor for me in this lifetime. And after conducting a number of sessions in rural areas and cities across India, I understood the urgent need of the age, nothing but meditation and spiritual science, in views of Patriji. And then I tried to align myself with the movement apart from my regular medical career. During that period, nature guided me and carved me in a great way to become a spiritual scientist and to invent these spiritual tablets or wisdom capsules with the help of so many other directors and journal in charges, senior masters and junior masters in Spiritual Tablets Foundation. No doubt, we have achieved a remarkable success in giving spiritual wisdom solutions, the body and mind problems, and even the social problems as well. And after that, to take this new method into the public, we started doing the spiritual culture programs under the title Ananda Brahma, coined by Patriji very long ago. And he says enjoyment is a science. So that's why he established Enjoyment Science Academy, through which we have conducted so many spiritual cultural programs in rural areas. That is where a common man can understand the value of meditation, plant-based diet, pyramid power, and of course, the importance of spiritual science. In due course of time, when I am working with my PGs, I mean patient God, we never call them as patients, we call them as patient God. When I am traveling in some of the coastal retreats in north part of Andhra Pradesh, based on the transformation happened in a fisherman community, and I closely watched them over a period of time, then I realized there is a great approach or the project to make the people enlightened. It is nothing but SAMMA AJEEVA project. So today, I would like to give a basic understanding about this project, which is very important for the today's topic and then the whole festival that we are doing. So it's all about the righteous livelihood project. And so it is derived from Lord Buddha's noble eightfold path. So Buddha has invented the eightfold path, Ashtanga Marga. In those 8 things, so the righteous concentration, righteous effort, righteous action, righteous speech, righteous intentions, and righteous views, and the righteous livelihood. Brahmarshi Patriji has took the righteous mindfulness technique, that is breath observation, Ana-Pana-Sati, and he gave us the technique. He taught us the technique. You can say it is a reinvention of Buddhahood, I can say, after 2,500 years. And of course, whenever we are into righteous meditation, that will automatically improve our speech. So we indulge in righteous way of speech. For that, Patriji has given a beautiful book, Vakshetram, how to speak in a righteous way. And then the righteous efforts that we are supposed to make, that every day he is to do, which is the urgent need of the days. Just now I told the spiritual science service, teaching meditation to others. So in this manner, with the right meditation, we can correct all the other areas. In a similar fashion, from this eightfold path, the one that is righteous livelihood, SAMMA, AJEEVA. This is the Pali language, SAMMA Ditti, SAMMA Sankalpa, SAMMA Vaka. These are all the Pali language words. SAMMA AJEEVA means the righteous livelihood. From that, we are successful in establishing this SAMMA AJEEVA project, the righteous livelihood, which has the triangle of employment, spiritual service, and education. So one has to adopt the righteous livelihood method. So to tell about the righteous livelihood, we have to understand certain most important spiritual facts. So this is all about the non-violent livelihood. So encouraging ethical and sustainable ways of living that respect all life forms. So we have mental kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, human kingdom, and divine kingdom here. The harmony between all these 5 kingdoms is actually the righteous way of life. Here, whatever the livelihood practice that we are doing, it should allow the other creatures to live happily in a harmonious way. We cannot go in an unethical manner, interrupting other life forms or others' freedom. And of course, the holistic development. So this initiative integrates meditation and spiritual science into its programs, promoting holistic well-being and balanced lifestyle. So through this project, whenever we give them the righteous way of livelihood, that will automatically change the entire social atmosphere. I mean, the family and the surroundings, the environment, everything will be transformed into a holistic way where there will be peace and inner calm will be attained. That holistic development happens through this initiative. So, in a simple terms, what we did was try to do is like alternative training programs. So the training programs offered through SAMMA AJEEVA employment people. So it's a transition from non-violence to sustainable careers. So usually the fishermen will have their career as fishing, killing the animals. That is what they know. From the ancestors, they are trained to it. Other than that, they can't do any other jobs as well. From that point, slowly, by turning into alternative livelihood methods, that which we are providing through this project, they will get trained in this. And then over a period of time, because of meditation and the spiritual education that we are giving, they all become vegetarians and meditators and they understand the spiritual facts as well. And slowly they will come out of the violent way of livelihood. So it's a kind of commitment for the conservation. So this initiative promotes respect for the nature and life forms, contributing to the preservation of a marine ecosystem, that is the majority of the animal kingdom, which is there in that, and of course the natural habitats. So as we know, in this universe, each and every creature, each and every ecological structure has its own importance. We all know very well. So if the honeybees are died, all the honeybees are died, there is a particular calculation, the whole human race will abolish from the earth, because they are the key factors for the conjugation process that happens in the flower, through which the grains will be produced, on which the human beings will survive. So even though they look like very harmful, the honeybees are all the insects that travel from one flower to other flower. So that's why, starting from a small single cellular creature to all the animals that are there in the natural ecosystem, has got their own role in giving a harmonious way of lifestyle for all the beings on this earth plane. So one cannot interfere with others' lifestyle just because they are into, higher beings. They can overpower the other beings with their own power. And this nature conservation, in addition to fostering respect for nature and promoting sustainable practices to preserve the environment, SAMMA AJEEVA focuses on conserving nature and greenery as part of its mission. So, apart from giving them the righteous livelihood, parallelly, the alternate methods that we are teaching, they will be into kind of grains production through the greenery development, the agriculture. So when they turn into the normal agricultural way of living styles, then there is every chance to develop the earth further. And whatever we are talking about, the high temperature climates, the global warming, all those can be reduced. And at one point, we can nullify that effect. So that's why, in one way, we are trying to preserve the normal natural beings and ecology. And other way around, we are trying to improve the greenery on the earth plane. So, why one has to adopt this non-violence? So, if we look into Lord Krishna, the basic document for everyone, especially in Southeast Asia, he says, everyone in the business who are indulged in that particular business, the one who abets, one who cuts, and one who kills, one who sells, and who prepares and offers and carries, and who eats, all are involved in this non-violence. So this is according to the Manusmriti. Those who permit slaying of animals, those who bring animals for slaughter, those who slaughter the animals, who sells the meat, who purchases the meat, who prepare dish out of it, who serves the meat to other people, they are all bound to face that particular sin as a opposite reaction. This is according to the Manusmriti. So these are the core facts. Like a ruler Lord Krishna is a ruler, Shashan, like Lord Buddha. So he clearly said one should not indulge in killing other animals, creatures, and in any form. The fisherman, if you ask, they may say, because people are eating, and this is what we know from ages, from our ancestors, for our livelihood, we are doing this. And because there is a demand. Suppose if the people stop eating, then there is no point in production, right? Automatically they are bound to stop. This is one way. And the other way, if they adopt the alternative methods of living to earn their bread, then there is no point of killing the creatures in the sea. So that's why, in fact, the killing, catching, carrying, preparing and serving, eating, everything is, all the acts that are involved in this chain, according to the Manusmriti and Lord Krishna, it is a sin. It is violence. One has to be answerable in their lifetime for that. So, coming to the AJEEVA, it says, he who sees all beings in the self, and the self in all beings, feels no hatred against any creature in the world, for he realizes the similarity of all the souls. It's nothing but realizing the oneness. What are the consciousness that we are holding as an individual consciousness? That is there in every creature. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. So if we really realize the consciousness that is there within us, which is very wonderful, and godliness, the same consciousness is there in every creature. We are bound to live our life only with the grains that are produced by the plants, because grains can be planted and then again it can give a tree. According to Jasmuhin and Linda Goodman, we can be breatharians and eventually fruitarians. Jasmuhin, she is not eating anything since last 15-20 years. She lives on prana energy. She wrote 2 beautiful books on living on prana energy. If one has go through those books, and if you adopt those techniques, from the nature itself, you can grab cosmic energy. Cosmic energy can be converted into any form, carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, or whatever we speak according to the modern day scientific wisdom, material wisdom. In the sages in Himalayas, they live years together without food. Then how it is possible? So that's why here we have to realize that the consciousness that is there within us is as equal to as the consciousness that is there in rest of the creatures. So that's why if we realize it, then we don't interfere with other creatures' evolution. And that is Lord Buddha in his own terms, Ahimsa, Parmo, Dharma. Ahimsa, non-violence, is the greatest truth among all the truths. If you understand the non-violence, that itself is the greatest truth. Even Patriji says the same thing. Whether you do meditation or not, I don't bother, but you should become vegetarian. You have to understand the non-violence principle. And Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhiji, the greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. So how we are treating the animals in day-to-day life, that decides the progress of the country. That judges whether the country is progressed or not. It is not by the money, or it is not by the tall buildings, skyscrapers. It is by the way how we treat the animals. So he is a great leader. Through him, so many countries got freedom from that barbarian kind of activities happened through people. So his major fight is all based on Ahimsa method. He never indulged in violence, and through non-violence only, he achieved the remarkable freedom in so many countries. And some of the stories, if you see, according to the Hindu mythology, the journey of a robber transforming into sage, like the Valmiki, who wrote the great Hindu Ramayana. Initially, he is a robber, and he used to kill animals, birds. And from that point, he transformed and he became as a great poet to give the great kavya of Ramayana. And similarly, the Angulimala is an inspiring story. A great spiritual transformation happens when he meets Lord Buddha. So he is into complete violence. He has a garland of, fingers of the people, toes of the people. And with such a great anger and that violence behavior, he approaches Buddha. And when he enters into the auric field of Lord Buddha, he transforms into a great meditator, a sage. So if we look into all these great truths, we will understand that non-violence is the most important factor that we need to adopt in our life. And if someone speaks about the life also, the structure of the physical body, like if you take, the division according to the zoology, animates and inanimates, similarly, the herbivores and carnivores. The human construction, starting from the teeth, the gut, everything is related to live like a plant-based. Man is a social animal. Okay, we are a variant of an animal with a high social behavior. So this body is all constructed to eat only the plant-based food, not the animal-based food. The carnivorous animals, if you take the teeth pattern, the canine teeth, and the gut, length of the gut, all these factors are related to eating meat because they live in forest. Rage animals. But we are not bound to do it by body structure wise. So all these factors, if we understand, then we need to understand the fact that if we indulge in such kind of, destruction. So Patriji used to say always, fishermen's violent exploitation of marine life ecosystem and interfering with the nature, that disrupting the ecological balance and harmony, causing all those bigger storms, tsunamis, hurricanes, cyclones. So all these natural calamities are all because of we are interfering with that creatures that are happily living in the sea. Millions and billions of fishes are being killed every day through this marine department. See, truth always starts as a trivial single moment. The whole journey of Mahatma Gandhi started when he was thrown out of the train, even though he has the first class ticket. Because of that racism, he was thrown out of the first class compartment. So that is where the initial thinking has started. So similarly, any movement may start as a single activity or with a person. Patriji, after his enlightenment in the year 1990, in a single split, he realized about the truth. And then he understood. Initially, he wanted to go to Himalayas immediately. Then he realized, if I am supposed to go to Himalayas, then why I born here? There are a lot of people here around me who don't know the truth. So let me share the wisdom to all those people. And then I will complete my journey on the earth plane. So as a single man army, he started his journey with the 3 do's and 3 don'ts: Dhyana, Swadhyaya, and Sadhana Sangatya, doing meditation, reading spiritual books, and sharing of spiritual experiences. And the 3 don'ts: one should not indulge in violence, no meat eating, and no need of using any medicines, because we can heal ourselves with our energy. And then we are God. There is no need to do any keeping an external deity or a statue, doing that activity to become God. Meditation is more than sufficient. With this, he started as a single man, and today we are seeing lakhs of masters, Patrijis, I can say, across globe. So that's why when he used to say about the cyclones, the reason for the cyclone and tsunamis is all about fishing. If you see the current world, the whole governments are involved in this. Lakhs of kilometers surrounded by coastal areas are involved in this. You may think that magnitude-wise, quantity-wise, is it really possible? Yes, it is possible. If we are able to achieve that much remarkable success with the Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement and its all ancillary branches within 25 to 30 years, this many number of people are there, then why can't this idea will flare up for a period of time, and then we can stop all those natural calamities that are happening because of disrupting with the ecosystem of the sea environment, sea belt. In this context, Yoga Vemana is a great saint, spiritual scientist, I can say. He says, if an animal is killing another animal and it is consuming as a food, and if it is involving in that violence activity, how can it be enlightened? It cannot achieve the moksha. So as long as you are involved in violence, you cannot achieve moksha. So all the enlightened masters, the spiritual scientists, they clearly explained non-violence is very, very important. So based on this principle, when there are a group of people started doing meditation in that fisherman community, and we identified the potentiality to take this training as a alternative methods of living. So here the SAMMA AJEEVA is a project that promotes a righteous livelihood without harming the animal kingdom. Through this initiative, a lot of training programs were conducted in coastal areas in every summer as of now. Based on the project budget, we are utilizing the summer time, and in future we are planning to do the same in a regular basis in the near future. During the summer, usually the schools are going holidays, so the school premises will be used as a platform, and there we are calling for a training workshop where the alternative methods of livelihood will be given at free of cost to those fishermen community people. It may not be exactly in fishermen areas, the areas where a lot of this prawn culture, fishy culture, and animal slaughter are the major, livelihood. In those areas, we are identifying those areas. Of course, the sea belt is anyway, the sea coastal area is all involved in this. Even in some areas, the agricultural land is day by day converting into this fishy culture and prawn culture. That is the worst part of it. So in those areas as well, we have to explain the truth. One cannot live happily by killing another animal. So this, we may not be in a position to explain them straightforward, but if we show them the way how to live in a safe mode without risk. See, going onto the sea, it's a lot of risk is involved. They don't know when the cyclone comes. So every time they hold that fear. Literally, they used to say, when our husbands go on fishing boats, there is no guarantee that they will return back to the land again. They will go to Gujarat and so many places. They will earn money, good amount of money, but there is no guarantee for their life. So during these programs, the participants are engaged in substantial meditation and learning about the plant-based diet. So we used to give the training, the vocational training in stitching and computers, and for some people, the driving, learning the car driving. And then some people used to learn spoken English as well. So all these, and beautician especially. So whenever we arrange these training programs, for about 200 people or 150 people will attend these trainings, especially the housewives and the elder children above 18 range. They will come and get trained. So during the program, because most of the teachers and the environment, we set it in such a way that they will have a meal in the afternoon, a vegetarian meal, and our masters will interact with them, and we make them to meditate before and after the training for a couple of minutes. And we keep some of our literature as well there. And if someone has any health problems, they will get some spiritual counseling also. So in this manner, slowly, our masters are successful in educating them to understand about plant-based diet and importance of meditation to practice every day. When the activity started becoming bigger, we established some trusts also across the coastal area of Andhra Pradesh and a lot of training centers in Srikakulam, Kakinada, Machilipatnam, Nellore. These are all some coastal areas. where a great positive change was seen from the grassroots levels. So the initial seeding was done in Bodagatlapalem, a corner near the sea, walkable distance to the sea coast. In that village, initially in Srikakulam district, it was started. After that, slowly we established in other 2 areas as well. So a registered trust where the fishermen community people who turned into plant-based diet and meditation, they are acting as the trustees to teach meditation to their community. And here, one of the case study, 2 Lakshmans, both of them, the white shirt and red shirt. So they successfully, they stopped their fisherman thing. And one of the Lakshman here, he used to have a prawn culture related farm, and totally he gave it to their family members and he came out of it. So he started his journey as an entrepreneur with some real estate business kind of thing. And he is supporting as a mentor in his own community, especially in other villages. Initially, he was into some kind of medical business, and because meditators should not use any medicine, he came out of it, even though he's getting good income in that health-related medical drugs field. And then finally, he landed in the real estate business. He is one of the key trustee in that organization related to this righteous livelihood project. So here, our masters used to visit the fishermen areas. They will teach them meditation. And the whole movement started with this person. He is Dr. Shiva, a rural medical practitioner. Initial days, during his practice time, as usual in the rural areas, the alcoholism is a great hurdle. So he become alcoholic, and every day he is indulged in that aggressive drinking, and then he is not giving even a single pie at home, instead beating his wife, and children are completely into very worse condition, completely into debts. So during that period, somehow the meditation reached to his doorstep and he started doing meditation. Whenever he is not taking alcohol, during that period, he used to practice it. When he practiced meditation, he started getting some experiences, and slowly, the meditation time increased. And then he came out of that alcoholic problem. And then he became a very good meditator, and then the family into meditation. And slowly he started teaching meditation to the patients who comes to him. And then he started bringing those serious illness cases to me for counseling purpose. And then slowly some group of people started doing meditation in his own village. And every full moon day, when they used to conduct the overnight full moon meditation in the coastal area, I used to visit that place, completing my 25-bed hospital activity and all. Around at 11:30, 12 o'clock, I used to reach that seacoast area, which is almost 1.5 hour journey from my hospital. Late night, the 12 to 3 or 12 to 4, I used to spend with them in front near the campfire in the seashore. Remarkable moments I had with them. So during that training process, a lot of masters were transformed from that village. And they stopped eating meat, eating fish, and then slowly they stopped going onto the sea for that fisherman kind of profession. Then now For the livelihood's sake, they scattered like anything. They started adopting different methods of livelihood. At one point, they say, even though we die, we are still fine. We cannot kill the fish anymore. We have realized to that much. Because we are with the truth, nature only will show us some or the other path. That is how. And today, Shiva has successfully established meditation in nearby villages. And now his practice is back to normal, but very little practice he is doing. And he became a full-time meditation teacher. And one person donated some land to him. And then he established one spiritual holistic center in that village. And a lot of people across AP, they are visiting his pyramid and they are staying during full moon days for 3 days, 10 days. And they are getting a very great holistic health through spiritual counseling and meditation and plant-based diet. So starting from that Valmiki previous stage, I can say, from that alcoholic stage, he became completely holistic and he became one of the hero in that area. And later, some of his relatives and close companions, they also turned into the same path and they established this righteous livelihood project. So like Patriji started as a one-man army, and today we are lakhs of spiritual masters across the globe. Similarly, the movement started in one fisherman village, and no doubt it will spread across the globe. Another case study from the same fisherman community, a girl by name Ramalakshmi. So this girl, she transformed her life and she learned the beauty from the same project. She learned the beautician kind of training, and now she is successfully emerging as a beautician therapist, beauty therapist, and as a beautician, she opened her own beauty parlor, happily living with that money. And slowly the family members are turning into plant-based diet because she is the elder one. And slowly the other family members also walking in her path. So here, Manikanta, he is also from coastal areas. Initially, he used to do a lot of jute bags. And he has an exceptional health problem, 1 in 1 lakh problem. And when he realized about importance of meditation, so now he became a full-time meditation teacher and running one of the SAMMA AJEEVA, Righteous Livelihood Training Center on a permanent basis, which we established near the Kakinada port area. So every day, some of the fishermen community people will come and they learn the trailing as well as the beautician, and they will do meditation beneath the pyramids for some time. And then they discuss about meditation and then they will go. In one way, they are curing themselves through meditation and slowly turning into plant-based diet and adopting the righteous livelihood methods of earning money. The project in Bodagatlapalem village in Srikakulam district, fishermen have given up their profession to form a trust offering training in alternative professions such as learning English and other languages, tailoring, driving, beautician courses. So this allows them to transition to non-violent to peaceful way of living. So this is one of the pyramid that was built near the fisherman village areas. If you go into that village today, there are around 6 rooftop pyramids and 1 public pyramid in that small village, which is only hardly 2,000 to 3,000 capacity. I feel so sad about the entire Australia the so-called developed country, I don't see any public pyramid till now. From a fisherman community, with the financial background they have, they are successful in building a public pyramid, meeting their own day-to-day bread, and they built a rooftop pyramids. And we don't know, and I don't understand what people are doing in building a pyramid in their, at least in their backyard, as a conservatory rooftop with a pyramid structure. Because the pyramid itself has a great energy. It creates an energy, field in and around the city, town, wherever we build. We are bound to build the public pyramids, at least a pyramid in our backyard. A poor person from a fisherman community with their own finances, if they are able to build a pyramid, and why not we? Which acts as a amplifier, which acts as a it will amplify the energy, and the surroundings also become completely calmer. So that's why, to make the people understand the energy mechanism, to understand the non-violence, these public pyramids acts as a energy sources. So that is what they did. They did pyramids that will automatically affecting the whole village, and day by day, a lot of people are turning into plant-based diet. So apart from the project, so during this project phase, this is the brochure we prepared. So that righteous livelihood and the greatest truths by greatest spiritual scientists, which I narrated now. And all the spiritual scientists are vegetarians in this world. And this information was completely given in a brochure with meditation method and advantages and what are all the activities that they are doing. So this brochure was completely proofread by Patriji. And during that period, Patriji was so happy, and this is a great project, and it should reach across the globe, he told. And from this trust, we organized a stall in the DMC, Dhyana Mahachakra in Hyderabad, where our major gatherings are happening, and in major spiritual cultural programs where we are trying to promote the meditation and vegetarianism. So from the fisherman community, they sit in the stall, and for all the people, they are sharing their experiences and telling about this project. We got around 300 contacts when they erected the stall, where people are asking for this vocational training into different activity to change their profession. And these are some of the visuals where our masters meet the fishermen in the areas, and they used to distribute the book, which we prepared as a pocket book with all the great truths and livelihood, alternate livelihood methods. The SAMMA AJEEVA, the Righteous Livelihood Project pocket book. So far, we have distributed more than 10,000 pocket books in the coastal areas to all the fishermen people. So this is one of the stall organized by our team to educate the people. And near to Vizag, there is a village called Pudimarka. There, our masters are successful in building a Shiva, Lord Shiva temple and then a pyramid. That complex is under construction now. And in that village as well, a lot of villagers were transformed into meditation. And one person who was from that village, initially he became meditator, and then he started teaching meditation to the villagers. And today there is a pyramid, public pyramid were built, a small built for meditation, and a bigger pyramid is about to come. From the pyramid, you can see the sea in a walkable distance. Most of the people from the village, they are coming and doing meditation inside the pyramid. for the health reasons. So if you go to the SAMMA AJEEVA YouTube channel, you can find a lot of training programs and master's messages. Of course, it's all in, most of them are in regional language now. And this brochure and the pocket book both are corrected by Patriji. So our initiatives have brought about a positive change in a few individuals and inspired them to embrace meditation and vegetarian lifestyle, fostering a healthier and more balanced way of living in the coastal districts, especially in Andhra Pradesh, South India. So we want to expand this project worldwide across the coastal belts to improve fishermen's communities' righteous livelihoods. So in fact, of course, the regular civilian places in the cities, it may be different. But whenever people are our masters, wherever you see them in a coastal areas, you have to tell them about this project, the righteous livelihood, one of the most important point of Lord Buddha. Out of the Eightfold Path, the Samma Ajiva, the righteous livelihood, is one of the important factor through which we are going to give health and happiness to the animals and the creatures around. And if they stop killing, then automatically the whole chain is broken. We need to break the cycle, starting from the origin point. And of course, we are educating the people to become vegetarians. Both the ends has to meet at one point, and the whole globe has to become plant-based diet one day. So that's why join us in the uplifting the Samma AJEEVA operating units in the coastal districts in Andhra Pradesh, not only in Andhra Pradesh, across the globe. In Australia, you have your own coastal belt around your continent. So masters who are living in the coastal areas, who understood the value of meditation, immediately without any delay, they can start these vocational training programs for those poor people who are indulged in that killing activity, violence activity. So we appreciate your interest in our mission to promote righteous livelihood, the word given by Lord Buddha along India and all the coastal belt across the globe. When I met Patriji, so Patri sir said, I didn't even thought the magnitude, the quantity we are supposed to do. We still am indulged in the coastal districts of Andhra Pradesh. When I met him, beautiful project. This has to be spread across the whole coastal area of the whole world. Thousands of kilometers coastal belt we have. Everywhere the people indulge in this killing activity, knowingly and unknowingly. And of course, the sheep activity, So all these killing related professions, one day, very sooner, they all understand the value of non-violence, and the government has to shut down all the factories that are running related to this non-violence activity. And this project, even though it looks like a small initiation, like the PSS movement has grown bigger in the last 25 years. In upcoming years, we are going to establish this righteous livelihood project by establishing small scale, medium scale, and bigger scale units, survival units with a ecostructure, normal ecostructure, greenery development projects in the coastal belts. And all these fishermen people should adopt this greenery kind of agriculture or any agricultural normal ecological projects they have to involve for their livelihood. In one way, it develops the greenery. The other way, it will stop the violence. It's a double-edged sword. And through that, we create a holistic atmosphere on the Earth globe. Initially, Patriji has given us a great meditation technique and a great truth, non-violence. We adopted it. and we are enjoying it today. Now it is our turn to take this message across the globe, and we are doing it in different ways. And this is one way, changing the livelihood, adopting the righteous livelihood according to Lord Buddha SAMMA AJEEVA principle. And on this great days of Buddha Purnima, I am very happy to share this great truth. So here the SAMMA AJEEVA annual plan was made, creating awareness projects in the coastal districts of the nearby fishermen villages, and producing promotional vehicles for project promotion, where the vehicle has to go on to all the villages to promote the training programs that we are doing. So people may not straightforward, they may not take the truth. But if we promote the training programs, they will come to the training programs to learn that alternative livelihood methods. And over a period of time, slowly, by doing meditation, they will understand value of vegetarian diet. And of course, acquisition of a land to establish these project centers. We want to establish that small scale and medium scale industries, friendly, eco-friendly, livelihood methods. It can be jute bags or different kinds of products that are there, which are eco-friendly and greenery sustainable, livelihood methods. That small scale and big medium scale industries we have to establish, so that the all villagers who are into that fisherman activity will automatically turn into this kind of livelihood methods. And then organizing free employment training programs for fishermen villages across coastal districts of Andhra Pradesh, and expanding this project into other states which are having the similar coastal areas, and implementing the project in areas of states where the animal violence is prevalent. Wherever there is a slaughter, wherever this pisciculture and pond cultures are there, in those areas also we want to establish this project. So year by year, we are trying to develop a lot of literature related to this, and then conducting these training programs across coastal districts. So one of the major spiritual culture program we conducted in Shakahara district, where this SAMMA AJEEVA pocket book was released by one of the cine celebrity, and that is how people came to know about it. And then this literature was given to a lot of people who are there in local areas. So as of now, across 1,000 kilometers in the coastal districts, we identified certain spots, and here already the training programs are happening on regular basis with centers and with our masters, and regularly we are trying to spread the information as well. So through the training programs, the people are turning into plant-based diet. So with this, I conclude my message on this righteous livelihood project, one of the eightfold path given by Lord Buddha. Even though it may not contain the actual spiritual teachings of Buddha, this project is very, very important to make Buddha very happy, because it is related to lakhs of kilometers of coastal districts where the killing is happening. The Ahimsa is not there. The Ahimsa is happening. We are the permanent masters, know the value of non-violence. So we need to promote this across coastal districts. And definitely, Australia is one of the most important continent, which is surrounded by sea the whole around. So if the PSSM Australia understand the value of this project. Wherever the masters are there in coastal district, immediately they can adopt this project and start doing the training programs for the fish in the fisherman community. It can be any kind of training which is eco-friendly, and over a period of time, you can see brilliant masters. You may not be able to build pyramids, but they will show you making so many community pyramids and rooftop pyramids. Within no time, they can create. That is what it happened in coastal retreats. Even in the cities, masters are failed to, build the pyramids in the rooftop because they have their own calculations to build one more stair over. They may go for third floor or fourth floor. Okay, so that's why they may not come forward to build a pyramid. But those people who are very simple, they don't have much calculations. If they want to build, immediately they'll build. So that's why the righteous livelihood is very, very important. And in this context, I would like to give a final message, conclusion message. If we are involving in any kind of animal related slaughter kind of jobs, we have to learn from that fisherman people and we have to come out of those jobs. This is my final message. It may be tough for you to digest. That is how Patriji has started. He is into a coromandel fertilizer's job to spread the truth. At one point, even though he has 2 children, he came out of his job. He became a full-timer to meditation. I know how difficult it was to run the whole family in the pyramid, center at that point of time without money. He absorbed into nature, and he says that nature will automatically take care. And it was happened. And in Europe, there is one youth whom I know him very well. We are going to Bosnia now today with him, Bosnian pyramids, thanks to Australian masters who are visiting. So that guy, initially he's a chef. He is working with a non-veg. Of course, most of the restaurants are non-vegetarian. He tried for a vegetarian restaurant, but he never got the job. But with a great difficulty, he did the job. The moment he got the card, the blue card, immediately he resigned that job. He came out of it. He took some months. He went to Egypt, stayed there in the pyramid, in and around pyramid for 15 days. And he went to Pyramid Valley. There he stayed for 40 days. And after that, he got an opportunity to buy a vegetarian and vegan hotel, a restaurant. 2 people, they bought a restaurant, and now they are doing that vegetarian and vegan restaurant business. They are no more into that slaughter. It is very tough to convert the profession, but ultimately they are successful, and they are giving opportunity for additional people as well in due course of time. So initially, it may be tough. Even my example, I am a medical doctor. At one point, I realized, selling medicines and giving medicine is nothing but interfering with the learning attitude, learning mechanism. So I have to change my profession. As long as I am giving the drugs, definitely I am indulging in their karma, entering into their karmic cycle. So one fine day, I quit my profession. I started selling only the spiritual tablets, the wisdom capsules, the great truths given by great spiritual scientists as a medicine. So now, since 2008, I become full-timer, and hundreds of centers we opened and we are giving only. So that's why, apart from the understanding the fisherman culture, coming out of that fisherman job and becoming a non-violence and vegetarian plant-based diet and righteous livelihood factors, being in city in a modern days, what we are doing. In any manner, if we are involving in animal slaughter, that's why I told you that Manusmriti quote, the one who kills, carries, sells, prepares, and serves, everybody in this act are involved in that sin. If we are working in a meat industry, indirectly we are selling it. We are involved in it. Out of that, we never get enlightenment. That is what says, one who involves in Jivi Jivini Champaga Jivi Pataga. If you kill an animal and if you are serving it to other people, making sin at one hand, and how can you get enlightenment with the other hand? It is not possible. So that's why, after understanding this great truth, being a meditator, we are bound to come out of the professions that are involved in any phase of killing an animal or selling. Initially, it may be tough for you to digest. But if you understand this, and if you want to live for it, then you can earn your bread through non-violence means one day or other. Come out of it and do meditation, teach meditation, and it will show you the path. Without any violence, there are so many other professions in this earth plane. Lord Buddha, being an enlightened being, an enlightened master, he lived only with begging. Every village to village he used to go with a begging bowl. He used to stay away from the village, teaching only the truths. In return, he used to get his meal. If such an enlightened master, a god equal to God, and a spiritual scientist, if he is able to beg, why not we? That's why applying Eightfold path or doing meditation, following Lord Buddha means following the righteous livelihood. No matter the fact, whatever happens, if we are involved in any kind of meat industry or killing industry, we have to come out of it. Just project a thought, you want to come out of it, and you want to adopt a righteous livelihood project, nature automatically show you the way. So this is my conclusion message. To adopt the Eightfold path, the most important thing, the righteous livelihood. So thank you very much for all the Australian masters for organizing this Buddha Purnima, 11 days Buddha Purnima. Okay, so the same program in Bangalore, it happens in person with thousands of people in Pyramid Valley. Now it is termed as a Karnataka Dhyana Mahachakra, where thousands of masters are gathering and doing group meditation, and a lot of, in 3-4 languages in Bangalore, Pyramid Valley. Every year it happens. I attended so many Buddha Purnima programs, and this year we are doing it online, and I hope by next year we are going to conduct this Buddha Purnima in a closed hall where 1,000 masters should gather, and 3 days we have to do Buddha Purnima as an in-person event under Pyramid Meditation Global, and all the masters should come to Australia. From the entire Pacific Asia should gather in Australia, and it should keep rotating across the Pacific Asia. That is what my wish, to conduct in-person program as well. And try to spread this righteous livelihood project across all the coastal borders of Australia, New Zealand, and all the island continents and countries. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, definitely. Me being a vegetarian since birth, I would understand how much vegetarian diet would give us, both mind and body. It's complete health, holistic health, and it's a great thing to see how in rural areas where fishermen transforming themselves and picking up a different career. Really great job, sir. Really, it's a great transformation for them, and I definitely I can get how much blessings you would have received in return from them, when they saw the transformation in them. Definitely, sir, for sure. And me being vegetarian, always I used to argue, vegetarian diet, but a lot of non-vegetarians, they would come back with a different debate. Okay, so that time I was not very profound to answer their question. They used to ask, how come killing a plant, is it okay? killing an, so that way. I mean, so now I would say, like, of course, we as a physiology, we are meant to have vegetarian diet. So that's one of the reason. Second reason is, I know plants may not cry or scream or whatever, but whatever karma is what we are performing, right? Killing an animal versus, having a plant, it's a totally different thing. So that way, there is always a debate. But I have one question for you, sir. Since you're being a doctor,
Yes.
I have this question.
Muslim Amma evaru talupu kottindi. Sorry.
Sorry, sir. Yeah.
Sorry, madam, can you please repeat the question? Someone
Yeah.
rang the bell. Sorry.
That's okay, sir. Actually, me being a vegetarian, sir, I mean, we do this routine blood test, right? They say, "Oh, are you vegetarian? Definitely, you'll have iron deficiency. Definitely, you'll have vitamin, B12, vitamin D." So, I mean, I'm kind of now I'm understanding how I can balance the diet. I mean, with through meditation as well. They say vitamin D or B12. It also comes from the diet as well as our lifestyle as well. Now I'm able to understand. But here doctors very conveniently they say you should start having supplements or start having seafood. It's very so that's how. So what is your opinion
See,
on
basically, that's what I told you, right? See, Jasmuhin, she is living only on prana energy since last 15 years. Okay.
this? Wow.
And a lot of sages in Himalayas who do meditation. So if we do meditation, we receive the cosmic energy, and cosmic energy is the subtlest form than the energy that we are talking about, which is there in the carbohydrate, proteins, B12, B1, and all. So all these chemicals at the end of the day, they will land at photon energy,
Yeah.
So that photon energy, whether it is a wave or energy, according to the double split Norton experiment, we know that it is a wave form and particle form. And behind that, the cosmic energy is the key factor. Okay. So that's why here, whenever we are doing meditation, through meditation, we receive the cosmic energy that will automatically rectify or give whatever we want in our body. It is possible. And of course, there are so many plant sources, even for the malar weed and all those plant sources that are there, which will give the B12 as well. Okay. Right. So the plant-based B12 factors are there. So initially, of course, the solution definitely can be plant-based factors are available across the globe. That is one thing. And above that, according to the spiritual, if you believe in the spirit, consciousness, energy triangle, if you improve the energy, it will automatically improve the cosmic, consciousness. That will automatically improve the inner sources that are required. And from the spiritual tablets related to this B12, we have developed a circulatory forces wisdom. If someone is perfect with his money, cosmic energy, and name and film factor, when the circulatory forces, mean the energy forces are perfect, the components that are there in the blood which are circulating in as a medium, that will automatically corrected. So it is something like a metaphysical solution we came up with. So that's why, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Anybody have anything to ask? Let me check 1 second. Yeah, okay. I think there are questions in the chat. Let's just read them out. Okay. Hello, sir. I have 2 questions. My first question is, do you think there is subtle violence in eating raw food too? And if someone is vegetarian already, what preparation they need to do to go on fruitarian diet? And if being a fruitarian is safe to do so, if done for long time?
Yeah.
Question by Richa.
Once you become vegetarian, according to the current earth trends, whether you want to become vegan or not. See, I am a vegan since last 8 years, understanding the value of, a little trivial damage that we are doing to the animals, and over a period of time, I become vegan. So whether you want to become vegan or fruitarian or breatharian, it's all according to the yogic practices that the middle path you have chosen, the environment where you are living, the freedom you have, the way you are aligning with your life purpose, that will automatically decide. So it will varies from individual to individual. So with your own meditation and with your internal guidance, if you feel that, oh, let me go with the fruits and vegetables and chobers for some period of time, yes, you can adopt it. Happily with your meditation, you can balance it. And being a medical doctor, when Patriji advised us, we are around 5 doctors during our final year of, during our house agency period, I remember, in 1996. We went for 1 month fasting. We didn't eat anything for 1 month. We were just on the water.
Oh,
And in this physical body, I lost around 8 kgs of weight.
oh, wow.
And the whole day we used to do 4 hours meditation, only 4 hours sleep. And parallelly, we are going to hospital. And during that period, a great cyclone happened in coastal districts. And then we went for a 3-day as a paramedical staff. We went and worked over there. Every activity is normal.
Yeah.
But within 1 month, I never get any kind of weakness or, all
Okay.
the facts of that fasting, long fasting,
Yeah.
nothing I
Yeah.
got, because 4 hours
Okay.
I'm meditating.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
why that no food experiment also revealed very clearly
Okay.
that by consciousness, by soul, we are capable of attaining anything. So that's why, based on your, after that point of time, what happened is, because I am living in normal life, and after that I am married, the children, the surroundings, and there is a great shoulderful responsibility
Yes.
to bring the people into this meditation. Then again, I am back to my normal dietary habits. So I am trying to adjust myself a 1 step above with the normal community, so that people can reach me. Okay, so that's why it's a kind of intellectual concept. So that's why, based on the livelihood, based on the life, and based on your spiritual practices, one can adopt veganism, or one can get into the fruitarian diet, or even you can become, breatharian if you wish to do it. Like Jasmine, there are 1 lakh followers for Jasmine across the globe.
Okay.
They skipped their breakfast or lunch or dinner. Some people are eating only 1 meal in a day. Still, they are happily living. So it is up to you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, sir. And there is a second question by Richa. With this meditation and by focusing my awareness on breath all day, I started getting very scary dreams, even though I was setting intention to be covered by a divine light, and had to eventually stop doing this meditation. And since I stopped doing meditation, I did not have any scary dreams. Please shed some light on this happening.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, whenever we start our spiritual journey, we are bound to cross the 4 major obstacles of a warrior. Okay, the warrior means a truth seeker. The 4 obstacles, this was given by Don Juan in Teachings of Don Juan book. The fear, the first one is the fear. Second one is clarity or incomplete knowledge or ego. The third one is powers, the spiritual powers. And the fourth one is laziness or spiritual laziness. These are the 4 obstacles we need to come across. We go through these 4 obstacles. So the first one is, of course, the fear. Whatever the hidden fears that are there in our subconscious or because of the previous lifetimes acts, the first one we have to come face to face is the fear. So once we do meditation, during the dream or even as a meditation experience or even in the day-to-day life, we may come face to face with these fearful activities through the situations. So being God, with a great courage, we have to work against it by doing intense meditation workouts and then understanding the wisdom. If you fight against those fears and if you win those situations, then after that you will be out of fear. So you will cross the root chakra. The root chakra is survival consciousness, living with fear.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you are out of that root chakra energy level, and then you ascend to next level.
Next level.
And then, of course, the ego, the next factor. Then you have to cross the ego. After that, you will attain certain spiritual powers. So you have to use these powers again towards the spiritual. So that's why, step by step, we are coming. We are fighting against all these unwanted factors that are there in our internal realms.
Sure.
So meditation is an ultimate adventure, Osho says.
Yep.
A truth seeker has to come across he has to fight against his all fears, egos, laziness, and everything. Then only really a true God will emerge out of it. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, sir. Hope, Richaji, your questions are answered.
So try to take help of any mentor. There are so many senior masters available. Regularly talk to them. They will give you a beautiful counseling, and they will give you support also. And then easily you can come out of all those unwanted dreams and problems. Yeah. Next.
Great. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So there is a next question by Sunita ji. Hello, sir. Need to ask what is the reason behind left hand frozen shoulder? I'm a pure Brahmin, no garlic, no non-veg, doing meditation from past 2 years, nearly 1 hour every day.
Okay. See, for any kind of neck, shoulder, and hand related illnesses, there are 2 spiritual tablets pocket books were made on this. One is the 3 types of services, and the second one is true service. Nijamai seva. What is the true service in this world? That one has to understand, because the shoulder is involved in give and take. We give something and we take something from the community. So how scientifically you are supposed to give and how scientifically you are supposed to receive. And what are the shoulderful responsibilities that we hold as a part of our purpose? That also one has to understand. Okay. So please try to take help of any of the masters. So Shubhadra madam is a great master. You can take her help. She's one of the great spiritual counselors here. And more or less in thoracic and cervical area also, she also fought against her lifetime things. And then she is successful in treating her own illnesses also. So you can talk to her on regular basis. And there is a spiritual tablets Android app in a Play Store. If you type spiritual tablets, you will get the Android app. In that, you can go through this literature and you can get guidance and masters also. Yeah. Thank you. Next.
Great. Thank you, sir. This is question by Meenu Rati ji. Please tell what's the reason behind iron deficiency. I'm regular meditator for last 2 years, at least 2 hours a day, and I'm vegetarian from birth.
Yeah. So please go through the book Circulatory Forces. Okay. Any iron deficiency, anemias, blood-related illnesses. The circulatory forces is the master spiritual tablet for them. And apart from that, to understand it and to implement, definitely you need a spiritual counselor to work on the wisdom areas. See, doing meditation is really great. Through that, slowly over a period of time, we have to understand our purpose of life. We have to work on our past, present, and future. When you work on your past things and when you understand the current purpose for which you are born, and once you align with the universe, and all these disease-related reminders automatically will go away. Any disease, from headache to cancer, is nothing but a reminder that you are deviating from your purpose of life. Whatever the path you are supposed to walk, you are deviated from it. That is what. It is a single shot answer for all the health-related questions here. So try to take help of spiritual tablets, counselors' help, and then they will guide you for a period of 3 to 4 months is enough. By the time you'll understand certain life-related, understand how to identify the purpose and aligning with the purpose that you will understand. And then, of course, automatically, the illness reminders automatically will go away. Yes. Next.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
I think
Harshita,
Shobha ji has raised the hand. Yeah. Okay. You're saying, yeah. Thank you, Namita ji. Shobha ji, please, your question, please.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you, Shobha ji.
Yes, sir. Very good evening, sir. Actually, I'm suffering from so many health problems since my childhood, and right now also I'm suffering from 2 or 3 major issues. So they affect me a lot. I have to leave my job so many times. So I don't know why this is happening with me. I'm having PCOS, and in my right shoulder, the scapular region is so painful that I cannot work on laptop, or I cannot sit for long hours. And then I have some issues in my childhood also, which create some fear in my subconscious mind, and like it is there till now also. So like why I could not cure out of all these things, because doctors only diagnosed one thing in the reports, that PCOS, and then I have lot of other issues like low BP, like dehydration. In summers I have to take that glucose all the time. So can you help me, like how can I get rid of all these things?
So, madam, I have given the phone numbers here and email ID also. Please try to send your case study in brief, so that case history, if you send, I can allot a beautiful counselor, and then I also will look into your spiritual prescription part. And then, because you are telling a list of things, so it may not be possible to answer with the spiritual tablets here in this public session. Please try to meet me privately. Thank you. Yeah, next.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, this is a question by Sandhya ji. How to manage hypertension? Is 1 hour meditation enough, or something more specific has to be done?
Yeah, so hypertension is a bit of a chronic illness. As I said earlier, any blood-related illnesses, the circulatory forces, and based on the reason, you may need to understand the heart chakra related lessons related to the heart chakra, the thoracic cage, the lungs related spiritual concepts, and the heart proper. Okay, so all those positive qualities, all the lessons, if you understand very well, that will automatically change. It will bring change in your thoughts, actions, and speech in your day-to-day life. And slowly you can come out of that hypertension related drugs as well. There are people over a period of time, initially for the most of the people with meditation and a plant-based diet and righteous activity, the dosage will be reduced. But to make it completely zero, definitely you need to understand the heart chakra principles, and you have to realize your exact purpose for which you have born. So try to look into the overview lessons by Robert Schwartz, the pre-birth plan, in and around the pre-birth plan by Robert Schwartz on YouTube. You can go to those lessons. And then similarly, the circulatory forces lesson and heart chakra lessons by Spiritual Tablet Foundation. So try to contact the numbers, and the masters can help you further in that. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Namita ji, you have any question?
Thanks, Harshita. Namaste, sir. Thank you so much for initiating a thought to have a pyramid in Australia. We hope one day we have here. Just have a question, as you mentioned on question from Richa, that there will be like fears you feel in meditation, and then there's in the end you feel a spiritual laziness. I just want to understand, what is the spiritual laziness, and how to overcome it?
So the spiritual laziness is like after realizing about the power, the inner capacities that we hold, even though they realize that the godliness, everything is godliness, the whole world, how the world is going, everything they will understand. But after realizing it, we need to play our own role every day, because the soul is incomplete. That's why it came onto this earth plane to learn. So one has to indulge in a continuous learning activity. The whole lifetime, as long as we are in this physical body, the sole purpose is to learn something or other. So initially we learn meditation. After that, the spiritual subject. After that, different languages. After that, different kinds of arts. After that, different kinds of technologies to reach people, to reach your spiritual children. So like that, the learning is endless, Even though we are operating in a day for a few hours with whatever we know, we are learners, teachers, and doers at every given point of time, according to Richard Bach. So whenever we are not taking that learning activity on daily basis, then slowly we go into that spiritual laziness mode. As a medical doctor, whenever I am treating the skin-related problems, okay, whether it can be a simple skin patch on the face or on the body, or it may be any kind of skin-related eczemas and psoriasis. People can still live with it because the skin problem doesn't stop your activity, you know. At areas it may be ugly, but your day-to-day activity will go. Similarly, the spiritual laziness is also like that for a spiritual person. With the spiritual laziness, still he can live, but there is a little inconvenience. So the social problems, like the relationship problems and financial problems, and if you miss that fire there, the alarm, if you miss there, then it will come onto the body as a skin problem. So these are the two areas. Clearly, we have identified the spiritual laziness impact. That's why most of the spiritual people, they hold either of it, either the social problem or a skin problem. Even to cure it also, it may take some time, because identifying the spiritual laziness is very difficult, because 90% he is perfect. We have to identify the 10% factor, which is a failure. Getting the 92, 95, 100 mark is very tough. Up to 90 marks, everybody can reach, but the last few marks, it is very tough. So that's why identifying the spiritual laziness, one has to maintain a checklist, and regularly they have to be in counseling. And each and every new thought, new idea, new opportunity that is coming to the doorstep, they have to note down and they have to act upon it. Becoming a 10 out of 10. Becoming a god, you can say. When you say you are a god, you cannot ignore your bhaktas. Even a single bhakta is suffering, you have to attend to him. Even though you are attending 99, you have to attend the 100th one also. That is what the God, 360-degree awareness.
So, sir, if we like doing volunteer work, like we are associated with PSSM Australia, we're doing voluntary work, we're teaching people meditation. If you're listening to different masters on YouTube, reading books, is it all covered by the spiritual laziness, or we still need to do more, one step ahead or two more steps ahead after this part?
If you don't have any social problem as such, with a relationship or a, financial things, and if you don't have any skin issues, 90%, yes, you don't have any spiritual laziness. I can say straight away. Okay, 90% you don't have, but the remaining 10%, why I need to talk to you. What are all the opportunities you have, and what is coming to your doorstep, and where you are supposed to learn something and you are supposed to reach other people. What are your passions from the childhood? If I look into that history, then I can say whether you are spiritually lazy or not.
Okay,
but
makes sense.
As a spot diagnosis, if you are not holding any skin problems and not holding any, social problems, then of course, yes, 90% you are perfect. Whatever you are doing is good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. Let us conclude with this. And once again, thank you very much for giving this great opportunity. And my visit to Australia is pending. I hope this year I may travel to Australia to meet all the great souls who are doing great job in Australia. Thank you, sir. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So just one last thing, sir. I make pyramids at home, actually.
Wow, wonderful. Great job.
Yeah, I learned it from the website, and everywhere, wherever, on the desk, on my son's table, my husband's desk, everywhere there's small pyramids, and on the bed as well. I mean, on the cot, I have made 3 small ones. So I thought I will share this actually. And
wonderful,
of course,
madam. We are very fortunate that in Germany, for Buddha Purnima, 100 pyramids from Australia are coming. By taking Sharada madam's message, if PSSM Australia is sending 100 pyramids, we are going to decorate it there. Nice, and then we are going to use it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kanchanji, and all the core masters here, Subhadra madam, Kalpana garu, Manju madam, and Arshita garu. And maybe by name, I may not know everyone, but for everyone, thank you. Once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. A last thank you note. Thank you to our guests. Thank you all the participants who have joined today. I would also extend my gratitude to PMC English for collaborating with us, Satish Ji from PSSM Malaysia for providing technical support, and flyer support from Jenny, Prithvi, and Sharma Ji. Lastly, a big thank you to the PSSM admin team for their endless support in making this session a successful one. Thank you so much, Masters. Thank you so much for joining today. And you've been great support from last 9 days. Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you.
Hi, Masters. Hello, everyone. I am Lavanya Vishwanath. On behalf of PSSM Australia, I welcome all the participants of Zoom and viewers on YouTube to this online program that is Buddha and Maitreya Buddha. It is a great pleasure to have you all with us during the special occasion of Buddha Purnima. Before we move forward, I wanted to extend my gratitude to our beloved Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji and Angulimala Patriji. So today we are on 5th day of 11-day meditation journey. It's truly an honor to reflect on the teachings of the two incredible grandmasters. One is Buddha, who is a spiritual scientist who introduced Ana-Pana-Sati meditation to the mankind. And our beloved Brahmarshi Subhash Patriji, who we